Hello friends, Sara Gaston here. Listen, thank you so much for joining me today. So today I want to talk to you about those pesky 5 and unders. You know what I'm talking about. Those are the scripts we're given where maybe you're like an EMT and you say, his blood pressure's dropping. We got to get an IV in him quick. I don't know why the EMT talks like that, but apparently he does. Anyway, and so maybe it's literally like you have 5 lines or less. And so we often kind of think, well, gosh, there's nothing to do there, right? So, you just kind of get up there and you just kind of throw the line away. And then you think, job done, right? In my experience, these are some of the hardest roles to get a grasp on because literally like there's no scaffolding to hang on to, okay? This is what we think on first pass, but wait, there's more because with me, there's always more. So here's the thing. What you really want to focus on when you have a 5 and under is even more than any other time, you have got to create the world that this person is in, okay? So for example, if they are an EMT, then you've got to create this sense of emergency and you've got to create a sense that this is literally a life and death situation. You want to be really clear on your eye lines, right? So, maybe this is the IV up here and maybe this is the patient down here. Sometimes what we tend to do is we tend to film an audition as if we're actually acting out the scene, right? So maybe your head is all the way down and you're trying to bend over, someone. Well, if we do that, then obviously we can't even see your face, okay? So, you got to do something in terms of like cheating a little bit so that we can see your face while you're, attending to the person, right? Or maybe, you're a fan amidst, a crowd of fans and, you see the person that you admire walking by, Harry Styles or whoever. And so you really have to generate that excitement and think like, if I were in a crowd of people and I was trying to get this person's attention, like how loud would I have to scream? How much physical movement, would I have to do in order to get this person's attention or hope to get their attention, right? And so what we tend to do is when we don't have all that around us, we tend to just kind of play it really low key, right? And then it's really almost impossible to sell because we don't believe that you're inhabiting the environment that you're supposed to be inhabiting, okay? So really, first of all, get super solid on your eye lines, get very, very clear and rehearse those eye lines, and then get really clear on the environment and what kind of energy that environment requires, right? If you are a waiter, okay, you say, here's the bread basket, for example. Well, okay, are you a waiter at Chili's, or Olive Garden, some kind of like, kind of campy chain where it's kind of loud and chaotic and, the waiters maybe being really talkative or showing a lot of personality is par for the course? Or are you a waiter at a really fine restaurant where, you're going to be a little quieter and you're going to do the minimum because you don't want to interrupt, the conversation that's going on. And the other thing is sometimes with these really, really small parts, not always, but a lot of times with these really, really small parts, we're just helping to add atmosphere, right? There's probably not a big character arc with that EMT. There's probably not a dark secret that waiter has. Maybe you could make that choice, right? But we don't want to be pulling focus from the main action that's going on. So that's the other thing is you kind of have to know not your place, like, you're less than, but know your character's place in the story so that you're not doing something too big or overly dramatic that pulls focus and that shows that you don't really understand the function of your character. A friend once said that her acting coach famously said, sometimes a waitress is just a waitress. Actually, I don't think it was an acting coach. I think it was a casting director, right? There's not a lot to do, but we really have to be able to believe that you're a waitress and, not like, trying to emote or whatever, like you're the lead. Anyway, I hope this was helpful to you. I find that this is a really tricky thing that a lot of actors wrestle with. And in my experience, there's a quick fix. And that's just do the two things that I said, which is focus on those eye lines, get real clear about those, and just create that environment. If you can sell us on the environment, your chances of getting a call back and maybe even book are a lot higher. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share with a friend. If you want even more goodies, go on over to my website, saragaston.com, no H, and sign up for my email list, because there are things I share on my email list that I don't share anywhere else. Anyway, as always, friends, break a leg out there.